What's up, guys? Saulius, I'm back. I'm back, Saulius. Yeah, we know why I was not react that video. I was bad. I was having bad day because I hate either landmark store that I was watching ad too much, so I fall asleep. I was having bad day. We're going to react to videos about and worst possibly chosen you can make in baldur Gates Flea. I'm not biggest fan baldur Gates Flea. Yeah, I'm not biggest fan. So it was made by Ave Notes. Yup, again. Oot. Again. So let's react to videos about 10 minutes.
Today we're going to analyze some of the most important choices you can make in Baldur's Gate 3. Let's start.
We know let's start. It's this sucks, man. Yeah, I know, man. Why I hate this
First is
reacting
related with
video.
Emerald Grove. The Emerald Grove is a sanctuary for tieflings, and your actions here will significantly impact your
For fuck's sakes.
adventure. You're faced with two main choices. Save the grove by siding with the tieflings or raid it alongside Minthara and the goblins. If you choose to save the grove, you'll engage in a battle against Minthara and her forces. Succeeding in this fight means you can recruit Halsin, a powerful ally, and save the tieflings. This choice aligns you with characters like Will, who are invested in the grove's safety. The rewards for this path include potential allies and decent gold. Opting to raid the grove with Minthara opens up a romance option with her and allows you to loot the camp. However, this choice leads to the loss of potential allies like Halsin and Karlach. Moreover, characters like Will leave your party, and Halsin will become an enemy. The consequences of your actions extend beyond immediate rewards. Saving the grove positions you as a hero to the tieflings, while raiding it paints you as an enemy to many. The game's narrative and your party dynamics will shift based on this pivotal decision. After analyzing the outcomes, I believe the worst choice is to raid the Emerald Grove. Losing key allies and making enemies of characters like Halsin can make your journey much more challenging. It's simply not worth it. Next, how to deal with the Iron Hand and the Gondians. When you confront Gortash, you have the option to kill him. Doing so will allow the Elder Brain to take control of the Steel Watchers. This might seem like a strategic move, aligning with the Iron Hand gnome's interests, but it also opens the door for the Illithids to wield a dangerous level of power over the technology. Alternatively, you could use the rune powder bomb provided by the Iron Hand gnomes to destroy the Foundry. This explosive choice ensures the Foundry's destruction, but at a high cost: the lives of the Gondians, who are worshippers of the deity Gond, known for his interests in invention and innovation. This choice disregards the potential for technological advancement and alliance with the Gondians. The third option is to rescue Gortash's hostages from the underwater prison known as the Iron Throne. This requires the assistance of Xanar Tubin to disable the Foundry. It's the most complex choice, demanding a well-prepared party and offering a chance to save the Gondians. However, this path is fraught with risk and requires a party capable of casting haste, making it challenging for solo players or martial-only parties. Each choice has significant consequences. Killing Gortash may seem expedient but risks Illithid domination. Using the rune powder bomb results in Gondian casualties and lost opportunities for technological insight. Rescuing the hostages is noble, but depends on party composition, and can be frustrating due to the Gondians' limited combat effectiveness. In my opinion, the use of the rune powder bomb emerges as the worst choice. It leads to unnecessary loss of life and squanders the chance to gain valuable allies and insights. Personally, I believe that attempting to save the Gondians is the choice that best aligns with the spirit of Baldur's Gate 3. It encourages strategic planning, reflects the game's complex moral landscape, and preserves the lives of potential allies. Next is related to Isabel. Choice 1. To protect or not to protect. First up, if you choose to protect Isabel from Marcus and his winged horrors, you're in for a battle. But hey, who doesn't love a good fight, right? The consequence here is pretty straightforward. You keep a powerful ally, and the last light in stays a safe haven.
For fuck's sakes, again, man.
Choice 2. The Dark Urge. Now, if you're feeling a bit devilish and decide to embrace the Dark Urge, things get spicy. Killing Isabel might seem tempting with that royal prize dangling in front of you, but it's a one-way ticket to chaos. The inn's magical barrier goes poof, and you'll have to deal with a horde of undead. Not the party you expected, huh? Choice 3. The middle ground. There's always a middle ground, though. You can resist the dark urge and spare Isabel, keeping the peace and avoiding a messy undead uprising. It's like choosing not to push the big red button that says "Do not push." Sometimes, it's just the smarter move. The worst choice? So, what's the worst choice you can make? Well, if you ask me, giving in to the dark urge and killing Isabel is like shooting yourself in the foot with a magical cursed arrow. Sure, you get a shiny prize, but at what cost? You turn a cozy inn into a zombie apocalypse scenario? Not cool.
Come on.
Not cool. Personally, I'm all about keeping friends close and enemies. Well, not turning them into zombies. So, I'd say protect Isabel, keep the inn safe, and enjoy the benefits of having a powerful cleric on your side. Plus, who wants to deal with undead drama? Not me. Next. Night Song. Night Song is a character you encounter in Act 2, and what you decide to do with her can have massive repercussions. You find her in the Gauntlet of Shar, and you're faced with a big decision. Should you save her, kill her, or let Balthazar take her? Choice 1. Save Night Song. If you choose to save Night Song, you're essentially siding with her against Balthazar. This choice aligns you with the forces of light and has significant implications for Shadowheart's allegiance. Saving her can help with the later battle against Ketheric Thorm. Choice 2. Kill Night Song. Going down this dark path means you're eliminating Night Song from the equation. It's a grim choice that will affect the Last Light Inn and cost multiple lives in the process. It's a decision that leans towards the darker aspects of the game. Choice 3. Surrender Night Song to Balthazar. If you hand over Night Song to Balthazar, you're playing into the Necromancer's hands. This choice can lead to a battle against Balthazar and his undead minions, which can be quite the showdown. Now, if you ask me, the worst choice? It's subjective, but I'd say killing Night Song feels like the darkest path you could take. It's not just about the immediate consequences, but also about the ripple effect it has on the world around you. So, what's the verdict? My take on it? Well, I'd lean towards saving Night Song. It's the choice that seems to have a positive impact on the world and your allies. Plus, who doesn't want to be a hero, right? Now, one of the most pivotal choices in the game: the Emperor or the Prince. This decision isn't just about picking sides, it's about shaping the destiny of your party and the world of Faerun itself. The Emperor's path. Choosing the Emperor means aligning with a figure who has been your guardian throughout the journey. If you've developed a bond or even a romance with him, this choice can feel personal. However, siding with the Emperor has significant consequences. You'll doom the Githyanki race to continued subservience to Vlaakith, and any romance with Lae'zel will be jeopardized unless you can pass a difficult persuasion check. In the final battle, siding with the Emperor means he'll assist you against the Netherbrain, but at a cost. If you give him the Netherstones, he'll fight alongside you and then vanish, leaving you to ponder his true intentions. Alternatively, if you persuade him to control the Netherbrain and rule with you, you'll become his thrall, stripped of free will. The Prince's path. Freeing Orpheus, the Prince, is the other side of this coin. It's a path of salvation, potentially for you and your party, but it's fraught with risk. If you free Orpheus without the Orphic Hammer, you may prevent becoming Mind Flayers, but you'll face a harder fight against the Netherbrain and lose a character from your party. The Orphic Hammer is key here. If you trade it for the Crown of Karsus, you'll get one of the worst endings, as Raphael will use the crown to take over Avernus and the Nine Hells. Stealing the hammer is the best option for those with high stealth, but be warned, Raphael is a formidable opponent. Trading the Orphic Hammer for the Crown of Karsus leads to a dark ending where Raphael dominates the Hells, which could be considered the worst outcome for the greater good of the realms. Next, to accept or reject the Mark of the Absolute. Accepting the Mark of the Absolute. First up, let's talk about branding yourself with this hot little number. Accepting the Mark means you're in with the cool kids, the true souls. You get access to some exclusive gear that's off limits to the unbranded plebs, and you unlock extra role-playing options that can spice up your adventure. Now, the Mark is like that tattoo you can hide from your mom. It's on your palm, so you can flash it or stash it whenever you want. And here's the kicker. It doesn't mess with your mind or control your actions. It's all about opening doors, sometimes literally, and giving you a leg up with some sweet, sweet loot. But hey, Not everyone's down for joining what looks like a cult, right? If you're playing a goody two-shoes character, you might feel icky about even pretending to side with the baddies. That's totally valid, and it's a choice that can shape your story in a unique way. On the flip side, saying no thanks to the mark is like turning down an invite to the most exclusive party in the Underdark. You miss out on the gear and the special dialogue options, which can make your journey tougher. It's the path less traveled, but it can be rewarding in its own right if you're all about that pure-hearted life. So, what's the worst choice? Here's the deal.
Rejected.
Rejecting the mark limits your options and makes you work harder for less reward. It's like playing on hard mode without the bragging rights. Sure, you can stay true to your character's morals, but let's be real. This is a game, and games are about winning and having fun. Rejecting the mark is like refusing a cheat code because you want to play fair in a single-player game. Why handicap yourself, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all for playing your own way and making the story yours. But if we're talking worst choice for gameplay benefits, rejecting the mark is like bringing a butter knife to a beholder fight. It just doesn't make sense unless you're up for the challenge. So there you have it. Accepting the mark of the absolute is the way to go if you want the full Baldur's Gate 3 experience with all the bells and whistles. And that's enough for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what choices you made, and do you want to see more Baldur's Gate content on the channel? I'll see you next time. Till then. Thanks for watching and take care.
That's it, the end video. So yeah, Baldur Gate Flee. We know this one. You can make choice, but I'm sorry. This video is super trash. I never liked the video, so yeah, I'm sorry. This video sucks, and I'm so boring a lot. So I'm not talking a lot. His videos are so boring, and only give for 10 minutes, and that's it. So that means video sucks. So I will say goodbye, Saulius, and see you tomorrow. Okay, have a good night. Peace out. Bye.